This week on eNews, a Lethbridge College culinary student prepares for a tasty challenge. We take a look at how National Non-Smoking Week helps support those who want to quit, and how the Be Fit for Life program helps benefit the community here in Lethbridge. Hello and welcome to eNews. I'm Demi Knight.
And I'm Eric Mickelson. Here's today's top story. Many of us have seen or heard a Crime Stoppers segment. They're typically reenactment productions of crimes designed to help police catch culprits. But did you know that these commercials have direct ties to Lethbridge College? I took a look into how Crime Stoppers and the college are working together to fight crime in our community.
Crime Stoppers and Lethbridge Regional Police need your help in solving a theft.
Crime Stoppers works by taking in anonymous tips from the public on cases that are at a halt in the investigation. Those cases are then produced into TV and radio commercials. Constable Steve Baker, Community Liaison for Crime Prevention, says that the police involved also learn from the students.
Is really good and is quite educational for the police officers themselves, just to catch a glimpse of the other side's world.
He says that by working with the college, it helps get the message out in a cost-effective way. Locally, Crime Stoppers has been in operation since 1983. Since its beginning in the city, it has received upwards of 6,000 tips, hundreds of cases solved, and approximately $3.3 million in drugs and stolen property have been recovered. Crime Stoppers and the Lethbridge Regional Police Service partner with the Lethbridge College every year to fight crime. Students learn to write, film, and produce local Crime Stopper segments like the one behind me here that are then shown on different media outlets. The students in the program work with press releases and police to write scripts for the TV spots. George Glant, Communication Arts instructor, says that the partnership benefits the students as well as Crime Stoppers.
Well, for the students, there's a huge benefit, especially being a journalist. Being able to have some connections with the police service may help them when they get into their first job.
The videos are produced by second-year students about once a month during the year. The videos are then edited, voiced, and sent to the client for approval. In partnership with Lethbridge College, Crime Stoppers gives out 2 scholarships at the end of the academic year, one for Best Production and one for Best Performance.
It's the chance that not many students receive for a culinary competition that has been around for only 4 years. Many students are eager to win in order for them to represent their home province in an even larger championship. Jessica Goose has more.
Oh my, that is awesome.
20 lucky Albertans will get the chance to compete in the Saputo Alberta Junior Culinary Challenge this March in Edmonton. Chef Doug Overis couldn't be more excited that a Lethbridge College student has stepped up to the plate.
Oh God, it's awesome. Any student that even takes an attempt to do this has got to be part crazy and huge passion, because it's a lot of extra hours on top of the regular work and school and kids and family.
Juggling a full-time job, a 4-year-old, and school, apprentice chef Christy Olson was quick to jump to the opportunity and is most excited about creating the menu.
I'm excited. The menu has to be lacto-ovo vegetarian, so no meats are allowed. There's a selected cheese menu that has to be used in each course, and it has to be a predominant part of each plate.
That being said, Olson has just begun making her menu, with the first course being her appetizer.
So what were the things in your chutney? Your garum?
Cinnamon.
Which is all there.
Vinegar. And sugar.
That's right.
Chef Doug also says this competition isn't like any other, as you're being judged by some of Canada's top chefs.
It's a different kind of stress than what you do at your restaurant. It's taken it to a whole different level. And you're being judged by people that are professionals in the industry, and so they tend to be a little bit more critical than the average Joe public.
Olson will be judged on food taste, time, and presentation.
In the next couple of weeks, Chef Doug will also be teaching Olson her main course alongside with her dessert course. Olson also gets the chance to prepare a turkey course for the Alberta Turkey Association, where she can win a cash prize. For eNews, I'm Jessica Goose.
The provincial winner will represent Alberta at the national competition, which will be in St. John's, Newfoundland in May.
A Lethbridge College instructor is adding his voice to those saying Alberta may be in need of a sales tax. The value of Alberta's main export has dropped significantly over the course of the past 6 months, leaving the government scrambling to make up for lost revenue. Oil prices have been in free fall, dropping from $117 a barrel in early 2014 to just under $50 today. In Alberta, for every dollar the price of oil drops, the government budget will be short $215 million. That means the government's generosity in funding health and education, including post-secondary, will be limited. These programs have already seen huge budget cuts, and some people wonder if there is even any more fat to trim. Ron Williams says relying on high oil and gas prices makes no sense.
It's really difficult to have such stable things and necessary things as healthcare and education funded based on the price of oil, because it's always been fairly volatile. It's not stable. That it would make just as much sense to base our education funding on the price of gold, which is incredibly volatile. It goes all over the map.
With Premier Jim Prentice proposing public consultation about the ideas of a sales tax, we could see a heated debate in the near future.
In hopes to help keep the bodies and minds of the public in their peak health, Lethbridge College has created a Be Fit for Life program. It involves learning about the importance of exercise and healthy diet. I had the opportunity to take a look at the program and how you can benefit.
If you don't want to use your weight, that's also okay. The choice is yours.
The Be Fit for Life program held here at the college is a 5-day schedule of varying classes that aims to work all parts of the body for the best overall results. This program encourages people of all ages and fitness levels to improve their health through classes such as yoga and boot camps. This Be Fit for Life program is one of 9 in Alberta. Program Administrator Alison Pilsner says that this program's main course of action is to ignite passion within the community to live well-rounded and healthy lifestyles.
The community is very lucky to have us here. There are 9 centers throughout Alberta, and we're the one in Lethbridge, and we are grant funded to promote physical activity.
All right, here we go, round 3.
Instructors here at the college are also encouraged to join in through free classes Monday through Friday at noon.
The noon hour classes are mainly staff, so it's usually a little bit smaller just because the staff members, they have their lunch break, they come by for an hour, they work out and then they leave.
Each day within this program is dedicated to a new area of fitness such as core strength, cycling and more. However, it is not just a healthy body that this program promotes. With healthy diet plans and information on keeping your mind in good shape, the program works to create an ultimate balance within one's life. The program also extends to workplaces and schools, promoting healthy lifestyles, exercise, and stress relief methods. The Be Fit for Life program remains to be one of the most successful in aiding community health and wellness initiatives.
The third week in January is National Non-Smoking Week across Canada. It's recognized as an important event right across the country. Kiana Nelson reports on why smoking is still a common pastime and what's being done about it.
Smoking. Health professionals say it's an unhealthy habit far too many have taken up. That's why National Non-Smoking Week has been recognized as a national endeavor for 37 years. Smoker Mitchell Connor took up smoking when he was in grade 7. He says it's just part of his lifestyle.
I can't visualize having a regular life and being able to do things without smoking being involved.
National Non-Smoking Week involves a wide variety of agencies and individuals who take part in activities at local health units across Canada to educate people about the dangers of smoking. University of Lethbridge student Josh Thorlickson says he received the message and has recently cut smoking out of his daily routine.
This time around has been the most successful time I've had quitting. And I've just said, I can't do it anymore. I'm not allowed to have not one puff.
Another new trend in the smoking world is a shift towards e-cigarettes. They're designed to help people quit smoking. But e-smoking is still frowned upon in public places and is considered just as addicting and dangerous as a regular cigarette.
Studies show that the earliest signs of smoking usually start in the grades 6 to 12. These youth are usually influenced due to family and friends.
Tobacco reduction counselor Kelsey Walper says the dangers of tobacco use should be educated year-round, but this week provides a particularly strong opportunity to highlight some of the facilities that Lethbridge offers smokers looking to kick the habit.
Generally speaking, the work that we do all year, so the groups that we run for people who want to quit and the information that we provide for people does help to keep that downward trend.
While more work needs to be done to curb smoking among young people, Health Canada says youth smoking has dropped by 4% over the last year. For eNews, I'm Kiana Nelson.
If you or anyone you know needs help to quit smoking, contact your local addictions counselor and ask what resources are available to you. Coming up next, we take a look at Wilson Middle School's modernization, and we read into an author's first published novel.
At first glance, this looks like an empty field. But before you dig, ask yourself, do you trust that there are no buried facilities hiding under the ground? Are you willing to bet your life on it? Calling Alberta One Call could save your life. They dispatch locators in your area to find the facilities before you do. You can go online or download the app to submit a request right from your phone. It costs nothing to submit a request. It could cost you everything not to. Click before you dig and know what's below.
At Interfaith Food Bank, we provide more than just food.
We provide free cooking classes to teach people the value of eating healthy on a low budget.
Interfaith Food Bank strives to help kids live up to their potential by offering them the chance to make delicious snacks and explore the kitchen. With the help of our wonderful volunteers, the Interfaith Food Bank can assist you in many different ways. Stop in and experience it for yourself at 1103 3rd Avenue North.
Hi, I'm Sarah Striga here with Terry Kowalczyk. Welcome to this week's edition of Campus Horizons. So Terry, tell us more about the new Environmental Science Applied degree.
Sure. Our applied degree in Resource Management and Restoration is a 2-year post-diploma applied degree. So it's going to build on our existing diplomas in Resource Management and Environmental Assessment and Restoration and allow students to have 4 years of an applied focused degree.
Okay. And what can students do with this degree?
Well, students can go through one of the 2 areas of specialty or two concentrations in the degree. One of them is in restoration, and the other one is in fish and wildlife management or resource management. They'll be able to do all kinds of work in the areas of consulting, environmental type of restoration work, fish and wildlife type of work, or habitat type of work.
Okay, interesting. And why did you decide to add this new program?
Well, we've been in consultation with our advisory committees for a long time, and we've been monitoring, how the industries have changed. Our students are seen to be needing more depth of education than ever before, and as a result of consultation with them, we've expanded our program to make it 4 years.
Thanks, Terry. That's all the time we have. Join us next week for more Campus Horizons.
Students and staff at Wilson Middle School are gearing up for some big changes involving upgrades and lots of construction. As Rachel Crow Spreading Wings found out, it'll be short-term pain for long-term gain.
The staff and students at Wilson Middle School on Lethbridge's north side will be seeing some huge changes very soon. After a 10-year waiting period, the school has been selected for modernization. That means the school will be undergoing some very heavy renovations and major changes. The school will even be able to take 150 more students. Principal Dean Hawkins is excited and knows there will be a lot of work ahead. He says even though the funding is coming in for the building, there will need to be more fundraisers for other supplies the school needs.
What we have here is the modernization design that is going to occur in the next 2.5 years. So as you can see that the foyer will be opened up and we'll have a lot of space for kids to be having some open area where they can congregate and collaborate together.
From an old gym to a new dramatic arts theater, the halls will become wider and there will be new classes offered. The office will be moved to a new location. Even the roof of the school will be lifted to add in windows for more lighting and a bigger common area.
The modernization may take up to 2 years to complete the school, but both staff and students alike are very excited for their new school. For eNews, I'm Rachel Crow Spreading Wings.
If you would like to make donations to the school to help with improvements, you can contact the office at 2003 9th Avenue North or call 403-329-3144.
The Kainai First Nations community is coming together to battle Oxy 80. This drug has made its way into the community and is taking the lives of many. This is a gathering of all concerned tribal members from Standoff, Moses Lake, and Lethbridge. The Lethbridge Regional Police Service's new chief also came to support the community. Spokesperson for the community group, Pamela Littlebear, says that the youth are the #1 priority.
Well, we're actually doing like a lot of awareness. We're getting the awareness about drugs, about this particular drug, Oxy 80. We're targeting the youth.
The community has been staging these rallies both on and off the reserve to reach as many members as possible.
Lethbridge Regional Police has introduced a new security measure to help prevent and solve crime. This new initiative involves on-site technology that catches a suspect in the act. We take you now to Cole Smith, who's standing by with more. Cole?
Thank you, Demi. The new program centers around the security camera registry, which gives police quicker access to video that captures crime.
How many cameras you have, you can then access this information.
Lethbridge Regional Police Service unveiled its new security camera registry program for businesses and homeowners earlier this week. They say the cameras will help investigators in the event of a crime and possibly solve many cases. Constable Kara Hagen says many crimes have already been solved by the cameras.
To the police, it's a huge benefit. In fact, we've solved many crimes just by catching suspect vehicles or suspects walking past the cameras that shoot externally. So now we have a list and a registry, so we can just go straight to that. So if a crime's committed on 6th Ave South, we can look up who's registered on 6th Ave South. Great. Pit Stop Liquor.
Once registered with police, it gives investigators quick access to video footage of any crimes that may be happening nearby. The first establishment to unveil the new program was Pit Stop Liquor. Once the camera is registered, the business will receive an LRPS security camera sticker to place on their windows. Pit Stop owners say why it was easy getting involved in the new security registry and how it was an easy decision.
The security cameras on site are a benefit for us internally and externally to help prevent and deter crime. And being able to help the police solve any kind of crime that happens in the area quickly is definitely a benefit to any business downtown and any business in our community.
Any businesses or homeowners interested in signing up can do so by visiting lethbridgepolice.ca.
And Pit Stop Liquor is the only business to do this so far?
So far it is the only business, but after other businesses see the success of the program, I'm sure more will sign up pretty quickly.
Okay, thanks, Cole. Now let's check in with Logan Schenk, who's standing by with the weather.
Your Southern Alberta weather forecast is provided by Environment Canada. Sunday, it's going to be sunny with a high of 12 and a low of 4. Tuesday, it's going to be partly cloudy with a high of 5 and a low of 1. Wednesday, mostly cloudy with a high of 4 and a low of -2. Thursday, it's going to be sunny with a high of 1 and a low of -4. Friday, it's going to be pretty much the same with a few extra clouds thrown in. And the weekend, it's going to be a little bit cold with a low of -6.
Thanks, Logan. The Garden Court restaurant is now open to the public until January 29th. The students get a chance to create and prepare meals for whoever makes a reservation. These meals have 3 courses, with meals that they prepare in the morning or right before the servers take them out. Chef Doug Overez says they also change up the menu every week so the students get to experiment with different foods.
So we get a little bit more leeway to play with the fun stuff like different forms of seafood, lamb, rabbit, game.
After the 29th, the second-year students will develop buffet meals for bigger crowds and will also be assigned to prepare a meal for a black tie gala.
A local author has had its first novel published. His work is set in Northern Ireland during its conflict between 1948 and 1972. As Michael Doherty reports, it's not just a history lesson, but a lesson in humanity as well.
Blessed are they who are satisfied with nothing, for they shall not be disappointed. Manus.
A powerful excerpt from Edward Noel Doherty's first novel, Bloody Sunday, The Boys of Derry.
Doherty's novel depicts a historical look at Northern Ireland that spans from the Post-War Education Act of 1948 to the events of Bloody Sunday in 1972, where British soldiers shot 26 civil rights protesters. And while the story is set in Ireland, Doherty says that the novel has themes and lessons that are just as important today as they were then.
People who read the book may at first think that it's just about Ireland and about Irish people. But if you read the book and then reflect upon it, you'll see that it deals with themes that of justice and injustice, poverty and wealth.
Doherty wrote the novel, which is based on his personal experiences in Ireland during those times after his retirement to Lethbridge in 1998. After returning to his work last year, he decided to have the novel edited and published as he believed it showed an important window into this time frame of history. Additionally, Doherty says that the novel has elements of traditional Irish storytelling.
So basically I've written a style that says, I'm going to tell you a story. It's going to be a long story, but it's going to be broken down into a whole series of mini stories.
Bloody Sunday is published through Lethbridge's own Tiny Fish Publications. It's available online through Amazon for Kindle and Kobo e-readers. For eNews, I'm Michael Doherty.
For physical copies, you can call 403-994940. For more information on the novel and the author, you can check out Sunday Bloody Sunday, the novel.weebly.com. And coming up after the break, we take a closer look at how the Kodiaks are supporting a friend in need. And we learn what is new at the annual Antique and Toy Show here in Lethbridge.
Opagasan Early Intervention Society has been dedicated to enriching the hearts of families since 1996. Opagasan is a non-profit organization committed deeply to the future of the Blackfoot culture. Opagasan means all the children in Blackfoot. To support the continuation of this commitment to the children, please call 403-380-2569 or www.opagasan.org.
Go to the store. Did you lock the doors when you left?
Let the dog
Did
out?
you turn off the stove?
These are the sounds that people with schizophrenia deal with on a daily basis. At the Schizophrenia Society, they are here to help people with this disorder work towards improving their quality of life with programs like music, drama, partnership programs, and family support groups. With your donation today, you have the chance to make these programs free for people who are living with schizophrenia and related disorders. Donate today at schizophrenia.ab.ca or go to 234C 12th Street B North.
Hello and welcome to the Kodiak Report. I'm David Opinko, and our guest this week is a member of the men's Kodiaks volleyball team, Shane Barr. So tell us, Shane, what's it been like to work with such a new team this year?
It's really interesting. Everyone coming in brand new to this league, everyone new to what this league is all about, and compared to high school, everyone's a lot bigger, game's a lot faster. Makes it interesting. Everyone also learning at such a fast rate. There's such a higher learning curve compared to before in this league. It makes for an interesting season.
So have you found it difficult to be developing chemistry with a team that might not already have a chemistry developed with itself?
No, not really. Everyone kind of came in knowing that this team is brand new. Everyone knew that everyone's going to have to get used to each other if you want to be successful or have a good time throughout the season. So no, not overly.
And what do you think the team's chances are of winning any championships this spring?
Pretty high, I would say. Our coach always says that the team with the most development throughout the season, especially second semester, has a great chance at winning championships come that time. And with this team being such a young age, everyone has so much room to develop and to grow and get better that it gives you pretty good odds.
All right, and that's all the time we have for the Kodiak Report this week. We'll see you next time.
The Kodiak men's volleyball team is banding together both on and off the court. The team has rallied in support of a team member whose brother is battling a serious illness. Sarah Strieger took a closer look at how the team is supporting a friend in need.
When Kodiak Kevin Tate's brother Dylan was diagnosed with testicular cancer on November 12th, it shook the family of athletes to the core. Dylan, a player on the Lethbridge University's Pronghorns hockey team, has received overwhelming support from not only his family and team, but also the team of his brother.
It's kind of indescribable, like how much support that my brother's getting through not only his team, but our team and friends and family in general, and all the parents of the other teammates and siblings. And it's just great.
At their last game versus Briarcrest, the Kodiak's men's volleyball team all donned matching purple shirts with the term Team Dylan on the chest. It all started when Kevin asked head coach Ian Bennett for permission to wear a purple shirt instead of the customary black during warm-up. When Bennett heard the reason behind Kevin's proposal, he didn't hesitate to ask if Kevin would be able to place a team order.
This is a family, this team is a family, and we are very much an extension of the players' family, just like the players' families are very much an extension of our family. So if there's any way we can support their family, we certainly will.
Dylan had the tumor removed in November shortly after the diagnosis, but is now beginning his first rounds of chemotherapy. For eNews, I'm Sarah Striga.
To get involved, you can visit Dylan's website at the address on your screen.
The world of yesteryear was on display in Lethbridge last weekend. Thousands were in attendance for the 6th annual Lethbridge Antique Toy Show and Sale. The show exhibited old, rare, and valuable collectibles from around the world. David Opinko has more.
Tens of thousands of items were on sale at the Lethbridge Antique and Toy Show and Sale. Among them, classic board games, Hot Wheels cars, sports collectibles, and games like The New Frontier. The event attracted over 70 vendors. Their collections varied, but there's one thing that all of them have in common: passion. Penny Dale is a passionate doll collector who spent decades learning the incredible stories behind her 400-plus dolls. She shared the story of the Door of Hope doll, named after a mission that would rescue Chinese child slaves and teach them life skills.
Sewing, cooking, taking care of themselves. I mean, these are little kids, right? Some of them were up to, 9, 10 years old. So they learned to sew. When they became good at sewing, they gave them a doll outfit to make.
Most of the vendors have been collecting since they were children. Charles Poole has been building model train sets since he was 3 years old. It's a passion he's passing on to his son because of the person who inspired him.
It was my dad. He had in the basement 3 pieces of plywood that had the HO layout on it. And I loved it. I would watch it every day.
The vendors here are willing to part with some of their dearly beloved collections if it's for a good cause. Show organizer Dick Gruenheid says most of the funds raised will go to charity.
We try and support local charities like the Salvation Army, the food banks. We do Stars Ambulance sometimes. Whatever is left, after we pay the bills, whatever is left, we donate to charity.
Gruenheid says the attendance at this event has increased every year since it began 6 years ago. This year, the event attracted over 2,000 paying guests. For eNews, I'm David Opinko.
Organizers are reaching out to other collectors in hopes of having an even bigger selection of antiques next year.
That's a really interesting show.
Yeah, it is.
Do you collect things?
I collect coins from places I've been, so I have some from the UK, Mexico, Denmark, all sorts of places. It's kind of cool. It's neat to keep with you.
Yeah, no, it's a really good idea.
What about you?
I don't really collect things. I went through a phase of collecting shells, but I kind of stopped that. Not much of a collector myself.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Well, that's all the time we have for today. For everyone here at eNews, I'm Demi Knight.
And I'm Eric Mickelson. Have a great day.